I used to be one of those women who valued relationships, who saw their partner as their better half. I used to plan for marriage, for children, believing he was my future. I used to be one of those women who conformed, who spent hours in front of a mirror, who forced herself into a dress and high heels just to feel like a woman at all. I used to be one of those women who laid awake at night wondering how I got there, how my life had become so ordinary. As I lay there watching him sleep, I saw my dreams slip between my fingers, afraid to close my eyes because dreaming proved I was a failure. But I loved him so much I somehow accepted a future subordinate to what I wanted, because I used to be one of those women who valued love, who thought that love was the only way to find happiness, but I wasn't happy. I was a woman who forced herself to wear the skin of a lady, who had a distorted image of what a lady was supposed to be because of how he treated me. I was a woman who plastered a smile and pretended to be happy because that's what he wanted. I was a woman who based all of her decisions on how he looked at me, as if there was value in his gaze, as if his eyes could provide all the assurance I needed, as if it was him alone who held the key to my happiness. So when I stripped off the skin of the woman I thought I was supposed to be, the way he looked at me changed. When I started to change and become a woman I could be proud of, he discouraged me. He told me not to cut my hair because I would look like a boy. He told me not to ink my skin because art was made for canvas and it would ruin my body. So I was scared, secured in a life I hated, stuck in a body I despised, feeling as though I had no way out. He controlled me, because I used to be one of those women who needed a man to tell me I'm beautiful, whose self-worth and self-esteem clung to his lips, who only felt okay when he loved me. But I learned to love myself, and in loving myself, I did become a woman I could be proud of. I became one of those women whose life didn't orbit around that of a man, who didn't need a man to feel worthy. I became one of those women that men wanted to love but didn't know how to because they never knew where they fit. One of those women who never stayed still long enough for them to hold, so I always slipped from their grasp. Ultimately, I became one of those women who was independent, whose image of themselves never relied on the thoughts of others. I became a woman with strength. Now nothing can hold me back.